Aw.
What's up, you bored motherfuckers? It's your favorite YouTube asshole, the Filthy Mouth Gamer, back with another episode of knuckleDeepThoughts. Today, the game that we'll be playing is The Order 1886. And our topic for today is a good one: racism. I can already feel you motherfuckers getting nervous. Relax. You don't have to be nervous. I'm not gonna make this conversation awkward. I just think it's high fucking time that we try to move in a positive direction when we're talking about race, especially in the United States. Now, I don't expect to solve all the racial problems in this country in this video. I'm not a fucking idiot. Well, my wife might say it's different, but that's a different story. But maybe I can shed, light on the subject and give a different perspective. So the first thing you have to do to solve any problem is to admit there is one. There's millions of motherfuckers in the United States still today that think there's no racism. Some people say, we elected a black president, racism is over. Just shut the fuck up, you dummies. Every person in this country, no matter what race you are, is racist in some degree. It starts from all the way up at the top, where you got motherfuckers like the KKK that want to hang people and burn crosses on people's lawns, and you go all the way down to, mild bullshit like, I don't know, like if I see a white girl with a black guy, I assume that she likes big dicks because black guys tend to have giant dicks. I could be wrong about that. I mean, that might just be a stereotype, but I wish my race had a stereotype that we had giant dicks, I'll tell you that much. But you know what I mean. You also have racism within races. I'll give you an example. I'm Italian. I know that's a total fucking shocker to you all. But I'm Italian, and Italians like to attack other Italians based on their origins. So I'm Sicilian. Some people are Napolitan. I know you probably never heard that fucking word. Actually, you have. You guys say Neapolitan, most of you, and that's fucking stupid. You don't say tortilla, do you? It's tortilla. Say shit right. So, Italians like to attack people. Oh, this guy's from the south, he's Sicilian. This guy's from more north, he's Napolitan. This guy's Calabrese. It's all ridiculous. My black friends say the same shit about, the black community, where guys will get attacked from being too dark. Some guys will get attacked for not being dark enough. Humans are fucking ridiculous. We look for any stupid thing to break balls about. You see, I don't think we can stop people from judging other people based on whatever. I don't think we can stop people from calling other people names. And I think that's one of the problems that we're having with race in this country, and why we're not getting anywhere, we're treading water, is that we're trying to solve shit that can't be solved with rules and regulations, and we're not trying to work on shit that can be solved, more systemic problems. So, we try to ban words, and we all know the racist terms. You're not fucking idiots. And I'm not going to use the terms, not because I'm afraid, because I feel like if I use the terms, it's going to take away from the message that I'm trying to say. And that message is that words aren't the problem. It's context and intent that's the problem. So, I'll tell you what I mean. If I'm telling a story and I say, I was hanging out with this guy, this African American, it was a great time. Nothing wrong with what I just said. But if I said, I was hanging out with this guy, he's a fucking African. Now, I didn't use any racist terms there. However, It was the intent that made the word African racist. You see what I mean? It's not the word. Power to words is given by feelings. You can only let words hurt you. You decide if words hurt you. So, like, if I get into a fight with my wife and I call her a cunt, if she fucking starts crying and screaming and yelling and threatening to leave, I know that's the word to go to. However, if I call her a cunt and she laughs at me and it's like, that's all you got, you pussy? Then I'm like, okay, I'm not going to use that word ever again. You see what I mean? It was her choice to decide whether the word cunt bothered her or not. You see, I think indifference to words is going to solve the problem. Not overnight, but over, a few decades. When I was a kid, my grandfather teased the shit out of me, and it used to piss me off. But my grandmother took me aside and said, if you just ignore him, he'll stop. And I started to ignore him, and he fucking stopped. It's funny how that works. Only you can let the words affect you. And I know people are assholes, and I know it's hard to do, but I think if we just decide to do it and we just let go of this bullshit, I think it'll go away. We have much bigger problems of racism than words. We have systemic racism in the United States. And I'll give you an example what that is. Blacks make up 12.3% of the United States population. Whites make up 63% of the population. Now, whites and blacks, percentage-wise, do the same amount of drugs and have the same amount of drug use. However, blacks are arrested at a 4 times higher rate than whites are. That's a fucking problem. That's systemic racism. And that's a problem that has to stop. I don't think we should try to solve problems that basically can't be solved. You're not going to stop people from being prejudiced. You're not going to stop people from people calling names. It's not going to happen. But I think you can stop systemic racism, and we have plenty of that. Whether we're talking about the black community, Hispanics, Muslims, all that shit. That's what I think we should work on. Just get over the fucking words. You know what I mean? They told us when we were kids, sticks and stones may break your bones, but names can never hurt me. I think we should heed that shit. You know what I mean? Next time somebody calls you a racist term, don't get mad. Because when you get mad, you let them win. Say something like, what you just said could have hurt my feelings. But the fact is, your wife didn't seem to have a problem with my race when she was sucking my fucking dick.